Hello everyone, myself Mrs. Hansa Pawar from New Catholic Mission School Jhabua, and I welcome you all in the class of economics. So as you all know students, we have two books, and the first book which we have started, that is Indian Economic Development, in which we have completed first two chapters. Now we will start with macroeconomics, and it is chapter 1, and this is second video of chapter 1. Okay. Now these are the contents which we are going to finish in chapter 1's second video, that is types of circular flow, difference between real flow and money flow, and circular flow in a simple economy. Now starting with types of circular flow. Circular flow means circular flow of income. There is a circle or there is a flow of income which is constantly moving in a circular direction. There are two types of circular flow. It can be real flow and money flow. When we say real flow, it is physical flow of goods and services. Involvement of money is not there in real flow. Remember students, when we say money flow, there is total involvement of money in that. That is again exchange of goods and services for money only. Now when we say real flow, it refers to flow, movement, supply, flow of factor services from household to firms. That is the goods and services which are flowing from household to firms. Now when we say household to firm means, in household we have factors of production, that is land, labor, capital, organization, entrepreneur. So they are giving their services which are called as factor services to the firms as a laborer, as an employee. So real flow refers to the flow of factor services from households to firms, and the corresponding flow of goods and services from firms to household. That means firms is also engaged in the production of goods and services. So this particular real or physical flow is a flow of goods and services from household to firm and from firm to household again. There is no involvement of money in this type of flow, like the barter system of exchange. Like in ancient time we have barter system of exchange where goods are exchanged with goods only. There was no evolution of money, no involvement of money then. Same thing happen in real flow also, that is the services which are provided or goods which are provided from household to firms, and from firms to household again after production the goods are provided or services are provided. So this is real flow, physical flow of goods and services, no involvement of money. Now as we can see the same thing through the diagram. As in the diagram, household provide factor services, that is these household who are providing the factor services in form of land, labor, etc. to the firms, that is the laborers who are working for the firms as an employee. Okay, so household is providing the factor services to firms, and firms in return are providing goods and services again to household. That is, firms are engaged in selling the goods and services again to household. So it is like if I am an employee, you are an employer, I am giving my factor services to you, okay, and in return you are producing certain goods and services with the help of my services, and you are selling those goods and services to me. So this rotation of goods and services or flow of goods and services which happen in real flow from household to firm and from again firm to household. So as seen in the diagram, household provide factor services to the firms which in turn provide goods and services as a reward for their services. So it is also known as physical flow. There is only one exchange of goods and services between the two sectors, that is household and firm. As I told you that we are going with two sector economy where we have two sector only, household and firms. So whatever exchange is taking place of goods and services, it is between household and firm, two sectors only. So without involvement of any money. Real flow determines the magnitude of the growth process in an economy. That is, it is real flow only which is determining that how many goods are produced in a country, in an economy, and with which we can attach it with the growth of the economy. If I say that the economy is growing or developing, it is because of large production is happening, that is production of goods as well as services. So it is because of real flow which determines or which tells us about the growth process of the any economy. For example, when more factor services are given or offered to firms, then volume of production will be more, and it speeds up the process of economic growth. That means more and more employee or workers are providing their help, providing their services as a laborer, worker or employees to the production unit. More and more production will be done. When more production will be done, the gross domestic product will increase, there will be a growth in the economy, and development of the economy can be possible through real flow. Now moving to second, that is money flow. As the name suggests, flow of money, that is whatever activities are done, exchange of goods and services, it is for the purpose of earning money only. What is flowing? It is money only. Money flow refers to flow of factor payments from firms to household. When we say factor payment, it is in the form of rent, wages, salary, interest, profit, so on, to all factors of production. That means factors of production are there: land, labor, capital and entrepreneurs. What firms are providing to them in return of their services, that is called as factor payment. If I am an employee, I am working in certain firms, what firm is providing me? That is factor payment in the form of my salary. Same way with all the factors of production, it can be land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. What they are getting in return, that is rent, wages, interest and profit. So these are called as factor payments. Money flow refers to flow of factor payments from firms to household for their factor services, and corresponding flow of even consumption expenditure from household to firm on purchase of goods and services. Consumption expenditure, in the previous video I have told you, consumption expenditure means a consumer for fulfilling his need for consumption of certain goods and services, whatever he pay, whatever the amount which he spends from his income, that can be called as consumption expenditure or expenses over consumption of goods and services. So this type of exchange where money is totally involved, it is not physical flow of goods and services. Whatever exchange is done, that is in terms of money only. As seen in the diagram which we can see, now here the household, they are providing the firms all their factor services, that is land, labor, etc. In return, the firms is providing them factor payments. Firms is providing them factor payments, factor payment, that is rent, wages, interest and profit. Now as seen in the diagram, firms make factor payments to household for their factor services, and households spend this particular income. Household are spending this particular income again on firms or give back to firms when they purchase goods and services from the firms. Okay, I explain again. Like the firm who are collecting or the household who are giving their factor services to firms. In return, the firms are providing them salary, wages, interest and profit. Now when the consumers or household are getting the income in the form of rent, wages, interest and profit. So this income again they are using for as an expenses for purchasing goods from the same firm. So it is a circular flow from household to firm, from firms to household. Again this particular circle moves on. It is also known as nominal flow. It involves exchange of money between two sectors, household and firm. When firms to household, it is in the form of rent, wages, interest and profit, that is called as factor payment. When from household to firm, it is in the form of consumption expenditure, that is purchasing of goods and services. In market there is a combination. If in market we see, there is a combination of both, that is real flow as well as money flow. Now to the next topic, that is difference between real flow and money flow. The basis of difference, first start with meaning, real flow, money flow. Now first is the meaning. It is the real flow is the flow of goods and services between firms and household. As I said in the definition, that real flow, that is physical flow of only goods and services between two sectors, firm and household. When we say money flow, it is the flow of money between again firms and household, because we assume that there are only two sectors, okay, in a simple economy. Then kinds of exchange. Here in real flow, exchange of goods and services are there. Whereas in money flow, it is always the exchange of money. In real flow, exchange of goods and services. In money flow, it is exchange of money only. Difficulty, what are the difficulties which we face? There may be difficulties of barter system of exchange of goods and services. As I said that in real flow, it is just like a barter system of exchange. In ancient time, we have this barter system of exchange whereby we are facing certain difficulties or obstacle when we exchange certain expensive goods with the cheaper goods. So there can be certain difficulties or obstacle in real flow or physical flow of goods and services. But in case of money flow, there is no such difficulties. In money, there is no difficulty in case of exchange. Then alternative name, real flow we called as physical flow, whereas money flow we called it a nominal flow. Now moving to the next topic, that is circular flow of income in simple economy. Whatever we are focusing since 2 videos, that is simple economy. When we say simple economy, it is consist of 2 sector economy. We are in other videos, I will teach you other sectors economy also, that is besides this 2 sector economy, there are 3 sector economy also and 4 sector economy also. But right now we will concentrate on only 2 sector economy, which constitute of household and firms. A simple economy assumes the existence of only 2 sector, that is household and firm. It means there is no government and foreign sector. That means because there is no involvement of government and foreign sector, which could be there in 3 sector and 4 sector economy. In 3 sector economy, it is government. In 4 sector economy, along with household, firm, government, it is foreign sector. Okay. Household sector supplies factor services only to firms. That means when we say there are 2 sectors, it is the services which are provided by household, it is only to firms. That means the employee is providing or worker is providing their services only to firms, and the firms also hire factor services only from the household. So both are interdependent. Household gives their services to firms, in return firms gives them goods and services. Both of them are depending on each other. Firms produce goods and services, then firm is producing goods and services and sell their entire output to household only. Household gives services, firms entirely produce goods and services and sells them to only households. Then household receives factor income. That means these households who are laborers or workers or employees, they are getting the factor income, and these factor income are in form of rent, wages, interest and profit by the firms to household for their services, and spends the entire amount. That is these household who are spending their entire amount on consumption of goods and services. That means they are whatever income which is earned by the household in the form of salary and wages, they are using this part of income in purchasing certain goods and services again from the firms only. There are no savings in the economy. We could say that in this kind of economy or simple economy, there are no kinds of saving with household or firm. Both of them are not saving anything. Firms is not saving, that is no profit they are saving, and even the households is not saving from their income. Now this is basically the figure or diagram of simple economy, which we can say. The outer loop of the diagram shows the real flow. Now you can see this outer loop of the diagram which is showing the real flow. Real flow means where only goods and services are involved. There is no involvement of money here. So here what happens, that household are giving their services to firms. That means household, that is laborers, land and all, they are giving their services in the form of land, labor, capital and enterprises to firms, and in return firms are providing them goods and services. Whatever production is done by firms in terms of goods and services, they are providing this to household, for household only. So it is all the provision of goods and services, real flow. And now what is in inner loop? Inner loop means this particular thing which you can see. Now here the firms are providing the factor payments in return of the services which they are getting from the household. Because households are giving their services to firms, in return the firms are providing them factor payments, that is paying to them in the form of rent, wages, interest and profit. Now when household receive this factor payment, what they did? They are using this part of income on fulfilling their consumption expenditure, that is consumption expenditure on goods and services, and again giving back to or returning back to firm only. Now in the circular flow of income, production generates factor, that is because production is going to happen, it generates income. See, it is a very general thing that in a factory or in a manufacturing unit, whenever production takes place, it actually production is taking place to generate income. Generating income means when this produced part is sold in the market, the firm is getting the profit. This part of profit which is distributed by firms to their employees or worker. So with production, income is also generating, and converted this factor income which is converted into expenditure. Now this again factor income which is earned by the household, again this part of income is used by the household on expenses, or they spend certain amount or they purchase certain goods and services from the firms only. Now this flow of income is circular, we can see that this is circular, and with circular it is continuous, that is in any economy this circular flow of income is continuous for a longer period of time. And why it is happening? Because of our non-ending wants, never ending wants. As we say that human beings, our needs and wants are unlimited in nature. Okay, for several years we require so many kind of needs. So how to fulfill these needs? It is because of the production which takes place in the manufacturing unit. With the production our needs are fulfilled. Now in the next video we will do this circular flow of income, which can be divided. This circular flow of income, there are various kinds of, as I said that today we did simple economy, that is involvement of only 2 sector, whereas there are 3 sector and 4 sector economy. In 2 sector economy which we did today, there is involvement of household and firm, whereas without financial market. Here we did it without financial market, it can be with financial market also, that is 2 sector economy. In 3 sector economy we have household, firm and government. In 4 sector economy we have household, firm, government and foreign sector. So dear students, I hope that you have understood the concept of circular flow of income, where we have involved 2 sectors, household and firm. If I am household, that is I am an employee, if I am giving my services, again I want to rewind, if I am giving my services to firms, to my employer, that will be called as factor services. In return the firm is giving me factor payments, that is in the form of my salary or wages. And what I am doing this with this salary and wages, I am not keeping it in deposit, I am not going to save it for a longer period of time. Why? Because I wanted to live, I wanted to survive. So I have various needs to fulfill. So with that income which I received from my employer, I am going to use that part for fulfilling my expenses, for fulfilling my needs, that is in the form of consumption expenditure. So when I go to market, purchase certain goods and services with the help of that income or salary which I have got from the firm. So what I am doing, I am again paying back that on purchase of goods and services, again I am paying back or paying to the firms again. So it is as simple, from household to firm, factor services, from firm to household, factor payment, then again from household to firm in the form of consumption expenditure. So this kind of circular flow of income, it is constantly moving again and again. I hope you understand the topic. Okay, so this is the time to wind up the class. Thank you. Goodbye.